Hello, welcome back to the channel. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. As you can see in the video, we got the block prepped, clean and checked for piston to rod clearance. We painted the block, got the crank and the rods ready, checked for clearance on them. I'm waiting for some parts. I ordered this week. The parts I'm waiting on are going to keep us from putting the short block together until next week when I get the parts. It's supposed to come in the 15th, or supposed to be here the 15th. Those of you who are just now tuning in to the channel, this block you see right here, this is a 392 Hemi, 6.4 liter. It is for the No Name Nationals challenge, okay? We have, as of this morning, I think 38 subscribers. We need 500 subscribers before we can compete in this race. Now, I've registered for this race already, so we are going and we will be covering it. But without 500 subscribers, I can't compete in it, okay? Building momentum on this build to get it rolling so that it'll be ready and we'll have time to tune it, test it out before then, before we get there. So my biggest challenge to me is getting the 500 subscribers. So if you like our content, please subscribe to really help us out. Those of you who are not familiar with YouTube and subscribing does not commit you to anything, okay? What it does, it helps out the channel, and it will send you notifications if we post a video. The subscribers are the first to be notified. The otherwise non-subscribers, they have to look up the content, okay? A couple other things I want to get to is the 18th, Shauna will be at Edgewater, test and tune. I believe it's the 18th. I'll have to look that up and let you know on the next video, which I'll be posting next week. Before then, we'll be putting a short block together. Hopefully the parts come in on time. I'll be posting up a video then. We're going to try to post a video up every week. Like I said, Shauna will be at Edgewater, test and tune. This will be her first trip down the quarter mile, first drag race, official, running the car down the track. She has been around it all her life, but she has never participated in it, okay, as far as the actual racing goes, okay? It'll be in that Chrysler 300C that was in the burnout videos. Excuse me. This Chrysler is a 5.7 Hemi. It isn't anything spectacularly fast. It does pretty well for what it is. I put a tune on it. I used HP Tuner's platform and a Rototune for it. It does have a cam and intake on it, stock exhaust. It has like 2-something gears in it. It's got the high gears in it that the C's have, instead of the low gears like the SRT over here in the shop does, which we're going to change that later, I think. I think we're going to go to the lower gear. I'm going to let her get used to this and so forth and move up the ladder. Shauna's family has had hot rods. Her brother built hot rods when he was younger and done a lot of that kind of stuff. And her dad, her family's had hot rods. This right here you see behind me, this car right here was her aunt's Chevy. And then her mom had a 1955 Chevy, which is in this picture right here, okay? So she's familiar to the hot rod scene. She's familiar to the muscle car scene. She has been with me for quite some time now, and we have played around with this and that and enjoyed ourselves. But we thought we'd step it up and get into this whole drag racing scene. And this No Name Nationals is going to allow us to do this. So we'll be bringing that content to you. Well, I'm going to try to do a video on some of the old school tuning techniques and then some of the new school tuning techniques, covering them. I feel like the younger generation hasn't been taught the basics like they should be, whether they don't have somebody around that has that knowledge, or if, we all get busy with life and the things we're doing, sometimes we don't teach our kids the things, that would help them out later on in life. The whole motorsports type thing, you got different types of motorsports, whether it be drag racing, roundy track racing, motorcycles, ATVs, so forth, okay? But as far as the automotive side of it, the gasoline engine side of it, I know a lot of these young kids, when it comes to engine building or tuning, their basic knowledge of it is pretty sad, okay? If you get into this HP tuning, power management tuning, and tuning your timing and your fuel, I feel like that if you have the basic knowledge of how an engine works, how it all comes together, okay, you can apply that into this computer tuning, and it really helps a lot, okay? I've heard some guys talk about it that haven't done some of the old school type tuning. It seems like they have a little more trouble with it. I'm going to do a video on how to use a multimeter. I've come aware in the last couple of years of how many actual mechanics that don't know how to use a multimeter properly. So I'm going to try to put a video up for that. You give me feedback. That'll help me out, in knowing what you'd like to see on the channel. The video I posted of the truck seems to got a lot of views in one day, and then it fizzled out. If you like that content, we're going to be bringing that content to the channel. The racing season for the dirt drags is getting ready to start up. We'll be bringing that to the channel. That's my oldest boy's truck. He does very well with it. He's had his own life challenges, and he's about like his old man. He don't quit very easily. He gets back up and pushes at it. My youngest son, he's got a flat drag truck we're building. That content's going to be on here. The engine's sitting back here behind me. It's the Magnum. I showed you on the last video, I believe. It's a 360 Magnum that we'll be building for it. We have a lot of the parts for it too. Just waiting on a couple more parts, and he just bought a house and so forth, getting started with that. So he's waiting on his finances to get to where he can buy his parts he needs to finish up that build. He's got a really good start on it. It's going to be a really good build. And Shelby's truck, my oldest son, it needs a transmission put back in it. And we're going to be putting that content on here in the future. So, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We appreciate those who've already subscribed. We thank you a lot. That's helping us out to get to this No Name Nationals drag race event in Missouri. If you're not familiar with it, you can hashtag No Name Nationals, no spaces, or John Wilburn. Look at his site. He does a live once a week on this race. If you're not familiar with it, if you want to start following it. I appreciate the guys from the No Name National Challenge. I appreciate your comments. They're inspiring. Appreciate your subscriptions. I tried to subscribe to all your all's channels, help you out. Most of you have a lot more subscribers than I do. You got started a little earlier, I believe, than I did. But I hope to meet you all. See you. There's a lot of vehicles on there I admire. I'm planning on putting up video. I'm going to try to do it this week, I think, also. Get a video up of some of the old hot rods I've had, some of the old Mopars. I lost a lot of them in a fire. A lot of the pictures I had in a fire years ago, so I haven't got pictures of everything that I've had or done in the past. I think I lost like 200 pictures in that fire. My mom and dad had some of the pictures, doubles of some of the pictures I had, plus they had some of their own. So what pictures I have of some of my old cars and stuff, that's where they came from. I think that pretty much covers it for this video and what I wanted to share with you. Like I said, I'll be posting this video tonight. Hopefully I'll have another one next week. Probably I'm going to look at it probably Wednesday or Thursday next week. Then I'm going to try to get a regular routine of a certain day of the week, getting these videos posted. Put some structure to it. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it didn't bore you to death. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, and feel free to share. Until next time, God bless you. Have a good day.